Good morning, citizens, and hope you had a great Labor Day. This is Dr. Bob Flower with the Master Pattern Report for Tuesday, September 4th. It appears that more and more pundits are now predicting an event for this month. So we're on standby, and we certainly feel the vibrations in the air, my friends. So stand by. You may have noticed, of course, how gold and silver are reacting these last 3 or 4 days. I can tell you that what's behind the scenes to some degree is the QE3. A lot of the Wall Street people believe that QE3 is now going to happen. And that in that event, it will be, in fact, the thing that breaks the camel's back and may well drive gold and silver through the roof. We think that there are several events that are going to do this, and what our patterns are showing, what the master pattern is showing, is whatever these events are, they're coming together all at the same time, like a great, the perfect storm. Europe being one of them. I talked to a business attorney over the weekend who said that things are a lot worse over there than what we're seeing and hearing. And in fact, today you may have heard that Spain, they're bailing out of Spain like crazy. Business people and more wealthier people. And I think it's just a matter of sign of the times. We're in big trouble here, and of course the big question that keeps coming up behind the scenes that I'm hearing is what's going to replace what we have. How are things going to look come next year, within the next 12 months or so, of course, that's going to depend a lot on how bad the downturn is, and of course, who's elected president and who's elected in the Senate. If the Republicans take control of all three, there'll be some movement, there'll be some action, maybe even a return to the gold standard to some degree. That would be absolutely phenomenal. And by the way, let me just tell you a little tidbit about that. The reason why a lot of countries, including the United States, are kind of reluctant to do that is because of this story of Hirohito's hoard. That there was something like an incredible amount of gold that was hidden after World War II. 20 tons. I mean, it's some ridiculous number, and that it's been found. And the people that found it are really causing a lot of consternation in governments all over the world, and that's part of the reason why it's a universal thing, the way the economies are falling apart. I mean, just look at it, man. I mean, it's just, these past 4 years and going forward for another couple of years. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes here. I mean, if you believe that, but there's something going on relative to that. But be that as it may, and believe this or not, I'm hearing some good things about these people. When I say good things, I'm hearing some spiritual things about these people. So take that as you may, and do with it as you will. I'm hopeful that may be a positive thing. and that there's a lot of validity to what we're hearing. But in the interim, we have this pain and suffering, this weeping and gnashing of teeth, as the Bible says, that we're going to go through. You can certainly count on violence this coming fall, especially as we get closer to the election, especially as the economy weakens in Europe and South America. Argentina and Venezuela are in big trouble, big trouble, and I think you may see some serious problems there, as well as in the United States to some degree. But it will be, and it's going to start right away, very soon, next week or two, as well as in Europe. I mean, you're already seeing that in Greece and to some degree in Italy and very soon in Spain, or today, tomorrow, whatever. So be mindful of where we're going, and don't let your emotions take over when it comes time for change. Okay? Don't be sucked in. And along the political lines, I want to tell you about a book that one of my daughters has. She was telling me about it, How the Mormons Do Business. And it's written by a young gentleman who's friends of the Romney family and knows them very well. And he talks in the book about many of the episodes that Mitt Romney has involved himself with in helping people over the years. Things that are not publicized, things that are not known about, things that he does, that he has done and does without the cameras being around. And that to me is very, very critical in telling who and what a person is. Okay? I mean, in one story, he's on the campaign trail, and he's helping a fellow who's having a sewerage problem, and he goes back to his home, changes clothes, and helps for 6 hours this guy digging up a bad sewer line. And there were no reporters on it. So, I mean, that tells you something about people. Okay. By the way, the next week we will not be hosting our show. We are going to be in Austria and in Germany, among other things, at an economic conference that I've been invited to, and we're going to be doing a little vacation with the family as well. Looking forward to that. But I believe I will have some absolutely fascinating information for you when I get back, and that's if things haven't broken by that time. But that should be very, very interesting. Okay, so predictions for the week. Tomorrow, watch the dollar. And I have not been able to find anything with gold and silver for tomorrow, but if that dollar makes the down move that we're seeing on the pattern, you may see a huge jump in commodities, oil, gold, silver, and of course copper has been steadily rising, and platinum and plutonium. The GLTR is, as I told you last week, is a good bet. So in any event, my liberal friends who have been heavily attacking me because of the ineffectiveness of the liberal concept, I've been giving it to some of my more conservative friends in the sense of that I think that there needs to be a finite plan in place. I think Ryan's plan, whether you like it or not, I think is a start. Bowles' Stimson is another plan that has been put to the president, to the Congress. I think that the Republicans have to get these plans and engage the public so that they understand and that they can have an input. But I think that they're on the right track. You know, spending money, spending more money, spending more money, and allowing unions to take control is not the way to go. I'm sorry. You know, you have a lot of union leaders and friends, but you guys are on the wrong track. You got to do this a different way. You got to do it a different way, and there are other ways of doing it. I put forth white papers, on my my website, Janet. I think it's Dr. Bob Flower, right? www.drbobflower.com. Take a look at our white paper at unions and government officials and a new semblance of governance. I am very much buoyed. I hope that there's some semblance of truth about this gold discovery and the people involved in it, because I'm like I said, I'm hearing nothing but some very moving things about it. And, you know, who knows at this point? It's hard to tell, but boy, it would really be something to look forward to, wouldn't it? A new group of people take over the world that have true spiritual values and are going to make things like responsibility and education and awareness keys to the world. Boy, that really makes me feel good, I'll tell you. I don't know about you. And I keep thinking about these liberal concepts about perfectionism. You know, we're going to change the world. We're going to garbage. Change yourself. That's how you change the world. You change yourself. And like one of my favorite people, Abraham Maslow, says, you know, the notion of unrealistic perfectionism has more to do with the downfall of people and societies than anything else. Okay, so listen, I'll be thinking of you in the beautiful Bavarian Alps, and looking forward to it, and spending some time with my family. And check our website, because again, we have some charts and new information and new data that I think could help you along here. Real estate is making a comeback, folks. Good time to be buying your house. Excellent time to be buying your house or a small investment. Okay, so hang in there. Have a great week. Have a great 2 weeks, and we'll see you on the 17th. Be well.